Hello, today I'm going to show you Christopher Ward Sealander C63 36mm diameter. It's not an unboxing video, but fortunately we have access to the full set. So here we go. Why I'm talking about this watch? Because many people consider this model a really good one watch collection. It has really classic men's size, quite high water resistance, which is 15 atmospheres / 150 meters, and looks quite durable, solid. It has sporty look, however the sizing is still classic, so for many people it can do the job as a dress watch if needed. So seems pretty universal. What's more, lug to lug is only even less than 43 millimeters. We have glass caseback, sporty oyster bracelet, and as I know this model was also available with consort bracelet. Nowadays we have newer version which has a frame around the date dial which does not have these crown guards here, if I'm not mistaken, and few other details changed. We have also loom. We have a second hand with no loom on it, but with this beautiful counterweight. And we have this Christopher Ward logotype. I will show it to you a little bit better. Let's put the hands in the right position for the display. Older models of Christopher Ward watches had just the name of the brand on the face. In my opinion, this little logotype is way better. Okay, it doesn't have to be 150, can be also like this for the impression. Screwed in crown, which also helps to secure the proper water resistance. And to make it less sporty and more dressy, we need some strap. Stay tuned to the end of the video because I have another bracelet which can work well with this watch. So what are the dimensions? As I mentioned, lug to lug less than 43 millimeters, 36 millimeter diameter. Also the thickness just below 11 millimeters. However, the crystal is sapphire, not dome, but a little bit bulky on the edges, mostly flat in the middle. Also, it doesn't make it looking too much vintage, too much dressy, but at least it's smooth and flat. So should probably work well with a cuff. However, you can realize that because the lugs are quite much curved, this watch might make an impression of being a little taller on your wrist, especially if your wrist is quite small. The bezel is quite tall comparing to the sapphire crystal. So let's try some different straps and let's see how it works. Before that, I want to also show you the quick release system of the bracelet. Very good if you want to travel with this watch and you don't want to carry tools with you, and you also don't want to scratch the case of the watch. Pretty characteristic thing for the bracelet by Christopher Ward. We have a button with regulation of the bracelet, so-called on the fly, so we press it and we have few positions to choose. Really useful function, especially when your wrist changes the size with different temperatures, or when you are tired or you just worked out, you were pretty much active. It might be bigger than in the morning. Okay, let's try the first strap. Many people consider this model really good option for a go anywhere, do anything watch or one watch collection. I totally understand it. This model was also pretty much hyped. Nowadays some people discuss if the changes made to the newest release were actually a good idea, but let's come back to the impression with different straps. Okay, to make it more dressy, we are of course thinking of some leather straps. This one has black stitching, but the leather is brown. It was actually black when it was brand new, but it's worn out already. So I can show you how it works with warm color of leather. In my opinion, not bad, but something is missing. The face of this watch is pretty much sterile. The lume, when it's not glowing, is just white. The face is just black, not matte, not shiny, no special effects, just smooth. We have some white elements, silver, gray, metallic elements, and the face is black. We have also this kind of sterile dials. We have Arabic numbers for the minutes or seconds. We have this little ornament as the counterweight for the second hand, and the hands for the minutes and hours are pretty simple. However, you might realize that, I don't know if it's gonna be visible on this video, but on the camera here on the tip and here you can see that in the very middle the hands are brushed. The hour hand is also quite simple in its shape. It's an arrow, which reminds us some old school pilot or skin diver watches. Here we have a little bit of an old pilot watch impression. However, the case diameter is still quite small, but something is missing. There is nothing warm on the face of this watch. No element, warm color of the strap can correspond with. Anyway, you can see it as more like a vibe that you have simple and sterile pilot watch and a little bit warmly colored leather strap. Maybe not the best option. Of course, for the most formal occasions, you will just use a monochromatic black strap, probably with black stitching or even no stitching for more smooth look. So, in my opinion, it can be a dress watch if needed, especially if you are considering having only one with you, especially when you are going to travel and you don't want to carry much stuff with you. This strap is actually my favorite strap, or one of my favorite straps. So far I like it so much. It's a synthetic single pass strap. You have quite nice regulation here. I think I will talk about this strap a little bit more when I will show you another watch in a separate video. It's pretty much universal. I'm not going to go deeply into details, but we have this nice beige, let's call it beige, stripe in the middle, which makes it a little bit sporty, but it can be a bit dressy, especially under a cuff, so no one will realize, oh, you don't have a leather strap, it's some synthetic sporty strap or military style strap. Again, the warm color doesn't have anything to correspond with on the dial. So what I think might be even a bit better in this particular scenario, just a gray strap, or as you will see later, cold colors. Especially for this reason I chose some gray background. Looks pretty much sterile, monochromatic, and I think it's gonna be good for many different occasions. You can match it with black shoes, brown shoes, beige shoes, or even pretty much colorful ones because it's monochromatic itself, so no issue here. Looks sporty, looks casual, but also is not really bold, so even if you wear it with some more formal attire, it wouldn't be a big mistake. Let's jump to the next batch of straps. I will use the bottom part of this strap to show you something and directly compare it to the top part of another strap in quite a similar style. When you don't have single pass strap, but just two-piece strap. You can see this Solitaire W200-1 movement. It's a 4 Hz movement, not 3 Hz, so the second hand should run pretty smoothly. This brand is, by the way, called an entry-level luxury. Okay, so here we go. Some rally watch style. Both straps. This one is not a correct rally because the holes don't go through all the layers of the strap, but it gives us more like field watch style vibe. Okay, so here everything seems quite correct. No many issues here. The green color is basically cold. Here it's even more into monochromatic gray. But the stitching is, let's call it light beige. So again, there are some colors here. One of them is warm, and the face and the case of the watch are sterile. Let's compare it to this strap. Warmer than that one. However, the stitching is also green, which is a cold color. And we have this black edge and black holes here. So it also gives us some rally vibe, but it works better with the black, sterile, smooth face of this watch. So I think this strap gonna work a little bit better, especially because it doesn't have any warm colored elements. I will show you now the last strap and then some interesting bracelet. Here we go. Totally a field watch style. Even I think the buckle matches the case of the watch. It's not a proper field watch style strap. It's just some synthetic strap with, I guess, synthetic leather underneath. But let's talk about the look, and you can choose some more luxurious model of a strap. Again, quite warm green, especially comparing to this one, but still a cold color. Green stitching looks well. So what you have to consider when you are choosing a strap for this watch, choose cold colors or just monochromatic options. Okay, let's jump to some bracelet. I will show you 3 ways of wearing it. It's a really cheap one, but I bought it just to play with this kind of bracelet, and I will see, maybe once I will buy more luxurious one. Here we go. This bracelet does not have really precise micro regulation on the fly. However, this bracelet is micro regulation by itself. Also, if the clasp is broken, the watch should not, most probably, fall down totally. It will stop on your hand palm. So this is the most orthodox, the most correct way of wearing this bracelet. So you use this additional loop here. Here you attach an end of this bracelet to the case between the lugs, and you wear it like so. Of course, you can reverse it as well, so the loop can be in the bottom of the case. Nice. Okay, the second one. Fortunately, this one accepts quick release bars. Here we go. A single pass bracelet, because it's really thin and, by the way, breathable. That's why I like it. Also, it gives the watch pretty much militaristic style. If you are wearing this bracelet this way, here you have a bar and here you have the loop. Just be mindful that the loop here should be on the top, so If it's a little bit loose on your wrist, the watch will always face you, not the outer world. This kind of face of the watch really helps us to read the time quite easily and quickly in different conditions. Just be mindful that it doesn't matter the buckle has to be on the top. This thing you can adjust how you prefer. You will see how you prefer to put it on. Okay. So now the third method. You can even wear this bracelet without a watch, if you like to. And here we go. You can see that this part of the bracelet is a little bit loose, just because this watch has really short lugs, as I mentioned, so the bracelet would not slide under the case of the watch. So you need to properly regulate the length on both sides. Also, you can attach this bracelet upside down if you prefer. Here again, we do not use the loop here, but also nor here. And we just use the clasp to close the bracelet. And we wear it like so, pretty much unorthodox way, but also kind of outstanding. So hipster. Okay, the last thoughts. Is this watch a strap monster? Not totally, but you can wear it in totally different styles, choosing correct strap or bracelet. It's a good watch in general, I guess. Is it a good one watch collection or perfect GADA, go anywhere, do anything watch for you? You'll be the judge. Soon I will show you some nice watch which is a true strap monster, at least in my opinion, and still I need to collect some nice straps for it. So thanks for watching and see you in the next one.